Hi. Um, so funny. So, I have so much to say. Breathe. I guess I'll start with the most recent thought as I went to press record on my video. I looked over at the mop that I plugged in to clean up the floors in the kitchen that I forgot about. In the process of lighting candles and getting my necklace and getting set up to do a reading, I forgot that I was mopping. So that's cool. I'm having a lot of anxiety today. And it's funny because I was trying to go within. I do my meditation, get still, and I'm actually going to open a book and read a bit from Stillness Speaks today. I went to my calm place, which is the Esquimalt Lagoon. And I went for a walk and took some videos and listened to the waves and meditated. And I still felt anxious. And I was trying to go into my body, do the somatic work, to identify the feeling, where it is, what it means. And it came down to my thoughts being really conflicted. Yesterday we pulled a card, the Law of Attraction card, about conflicting thoughts or contradictory thoughts. And so clearly that's a challenge for me right now. Oh, here. Nope, that's not the one. Oh, it must have been. Is that this one? Contradicted. Action offered from a place of contradicted thought is hard. So I feel really anxious today because of my contradicted thought. So I needed to turn to the cards to get some guidance and wisdom to help me through this, because I've done the nature, I've done the movement, I've done the meditation. I'm really struggling right now. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do Law of Attraction cards. I'm gonna clear them, even though it's my reading and my energy. We're doing the card pull for the collective conscious. So I have been doing a lot of grounding lately as well to ensure that I have a nice, strong, stable root chakra. I've been doing a lot of connecting to my higher source to replenish and refill my energy. I still feel drained a lot of the time, so it's really challenging, but I have a positive outlook and I have a fairly good mood, which is nice. Some emotional dysregulation, executive dysfunction that I am trying to get through, and as my doctor continues to say, depression. But we'll see how everything goes with my referrals. Anyways, so we're going to tune in to these cards today to help us through some anxious feelings, some contradicted thoughts. We know the Law of Attraction brings us what we're focusing on. And so I'd like to clear these thoughts from my aura and energy field and watch them float away like a cloud or a log in the ocean at the beach. If you want to take a moment to take a few breaths with me and watch your anxious thoughts or your worries float away in whatever method that works for you, a cloud, a boat in the ocean, a car driving by. Just take a few breaths and watch them disappear. Sometimes a balloon floating away is nice. And now we're going to look for guidance for how we can reframe our thoughts today to look at the more positive, gratitude, love, compassion, forgiveness, so that we can reach those higher vibrational levels when our energy starts to dip. Okay, so I divide each day into segments of intention. The point from which you are consciously perceiving, that point is a segment. Your day may be divided into many segments. It is not necessary to have a rigid schedule of segments. But it is important that you clearly identify when you are moving from one segment of intentions into another segment of intentions. This is so affirming because a little while ago I had started this. I got this card before and I had started dividing my day into segments, and I was doing really well for a few weeks. And then I stopped tracking. And I thought, okay, I'm trying to be a little bit more compassionate and mindful, but also build the habits and the routine that are necessary to sustain life. And the last little while, it hasn't been going well. So my doctor gave me a printout basically of all the things that I had previously been tracking. I think I shared with you guys either in a video or in a photo my big orange tracking sheet that I was using to help me. So I now have printouts from my doctor that I just got yesterday to start again, so to help keep me motivated for the next 3 to 4 weeks, or focused, I should say, not motivated, focused. And it was so validating to hear from her, because often she still invalidated me in many ways, but it was validating to hear from her that the segments, the list of things to do just to survive basically is a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of work, and that's what I've been struggling with. Is I'm just like, life is hard, right? There's just so much to do to care for yourself and to care for others. How do you also maintain a career, let alone a stressful career? So my thoughts are so conflicted, and because we're all going through this crazy change right now, like we've all gone through this kind of de-shedding of what no longer serves us, or we might still be in that process. But we're embarking on that transformation, right? That theme of the winter that was up was transformation. And now we're looking into the rebirth and the new beginnings as spring comes. So quite fitting that this card should arise when I am back to focusing. And this is how we're going to look at our thoughts. So I'm going to start my sheet today. So thank you for bearing with me and listening. Oh, I haven't read my message yet either. I poured my tea and then got distracted with who knows what. Okay, let's read this message before we move on to a Goddess Power card. Every neighbor can be your teacher. That is so beautiful. And do you know another story? I've been telling people about one of my neighbors 2 doors down who's not very nice. I had to confront him because of a negative interaction he had with one of my daughters, my older one, saying some vulgar and inappropriate words to her while they were driving. Anyways, long story short is I've been telling people to pray for him and to pray for his healing. I'm trying not to harbor, me and my mom have both had interactions with him, and we're trying not to harbor ill feelings, right? So that message is cool. But I also have some very nice neighbors. We have 2 neighbors that have children that play with Aubrey, and occasionally I get together with them, very few and far between, but I adore them. And then I've got some other neighbors that are just pretty kind and friendly, and every neighbor can be your teacher. So we can learn something from everybody. Oftentimes, if you're a parent, you'll relate to the fact that we say our children teach us more than we teach them, which may or may not be true, but we're both each other's teachers, right? So people come into our lives to teach us something. Actually, before I pull the Goddess Power card, I wanted to read Stillness Speaks. I haven't picked a passage. I just haven't picked up this book in a while. And when I started reading the book, it actually talks about just reading it once in a while and putting it down, not reading it front to back. So this is the perfect book for someone like me who does that frequently. So it's not like a story, so you don't have to remember like, oh, I haven't read this book for months. Where was I? What was going on? But I have no idea where the passage is or what's going to come up for us today. So I'm just going to where the bookmark is, the last page that I put it down at, and we'll see what we get. So remember to take some time to just breathe and go still within yourself. It can be so hard to shut your mind off, but it's so important. Okay, so I have no idea which page or which passage, but I'm going to go, I'm actually going to, I was going to start down here. So let's do this. You say, I want to know myself. You are the I. You are the knowing. You are the consciousness through which everything is known. And that cannot know itself. It is itself. There is nothing to know beyond that, and yet all knowing arises out of it. The I cannot make itself into an object of knowledge, of consciousness. So you cannot become an object to yourself. That is the very reason the illusion of the egoic identity arose. Because mentally you made yourself into an object. That's me, you say, and then you begin to have a relationship with yourself and tell others and yourself your story. So what story have you been telling yourself? Who have you created yourself to be? Who is your ego, alter ego? Who is your ego person self that you portray into the world? That maybe isn't the real you, right? Something to ponder there. I'm going to keep reading because it kind of goes into it a bit more. So there is some connections, but again, it's not a story. By knowing yourself as the awareness in which phenomenal existence happens, you become free of dependency on phenomena and free of self-seeking in situations, places, and conditions. In other words, what happens or doesn't happen is not that important anymore. Things lose their heaviness, their seriousness. A playfulness comes into your life. You recognize this world as a cosmic dance, the dance of form. No more and no less. When you know who you truly are, there is an abiding, alive sense of peace. You could call it joy, because that's what joy is. Vibrantly alive peace. It is the joy of knowing yourself as the very life essence before life takes on form. That is the joy of being who you truly are. Okay, I'm going to stop there. That felt really good for today's reading and for the topics that we're dealing with about joy and conflicting thoughts, not having them. We want to be in aligned action. So as I cleared the goddess deck, we had some very powerful goddesses come through yesterday. I'm already starting to feel a bit lighter and less heavy, releasing some of those anxious feelings that I no longer need. And then turning my attention and focus into the segments. I have a journal page somewhere where I highlighted all of the beautiful segments, just sort of in a bullet point form, you know, joy, nutrition, movement, a daily goal, bathing, daily hygiene. Yeah, I've talked about this before too, so I'm excited to get started on that. Sorry for the large face up closey thingy. Okay, so we're doing goddess power, and we're going to ask for some guidance from a goddess to help us with our conflicting thoughts and how we can move past those and move closer towards the direction of our heart and our joy and happiness and feeling whole and fulfilled and well. How can we get back to wellness? Life is a series of ups and downs, an emotional roller coaster. Trying to see who wants to come out. Some of them are sticky and some of them are a little bit. Okay, these cards don't want to play today, I guess. Who wants to play today? Okay, you just want me to go. Okay. Patterns. Number 12. Ellen of the Ways. Beautiful red curly hair, number 12. Ooh, and of course the color that matches my necklace. Okay, I'm a bit weird. You guys know that. That's why you love me. Ellen of the Ways, patterns number 12. Let's have a look. She's right before Easter. Ostra. Okay, she says, have you noticed patterns in your life that lead to positive experiences? Developing positive habits introduces new patterns into the fabric of reality and will support your dreams as they take form in the material world. It takes awareness and discipline to make this happen, but you can do it. It's time to allow the experience of a new happiness. If you do, Ellen of the Ways, the Celtic goddess of paths and patterns, will show you a new way to your dreams. All manner of miracles are possible. Now is the time to build bridges across any divides with others that have temporarily separated you. Your path is clear. The way will be shown as you make new choices for your life with the goddess known as Ellen the Ways as your happy guide. Yay, we have a happy guide with us. Thank you. Woo, 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 woo. I like that. Okay. What else? What else would you like us to know? Thank you, Ellen of the Ways. She's going to help us with our conflicting thoughts by showing us the way to happiness. And that's what I would like more of. That's what I've been asking my guides to help me with. Show me the way. Don't show me the money. Show me the way. Light the path for us to see. When I'm closing my eyes and shuffling, I'm just imagining beautiful white light coming down from above my crown chakra, down into my third eye and all around my body. And then I'm also imagining out of the bottom of my seat, a big tree trunk of roots going into the earth, deep into the soil, mixing with all of the different layers. And I'm grounding myself and energizing myself at the same time. And the vibration and frequency, when it's higher and elevated, I can connect with the spirit world. So the messages come through stronger, and I love doing this. Okay, so what other goddess would like us to help show us the path, the way, and our thoughts to bring us more of that which we desire? Schooled, the future. She's beautiful. She reminds me of Elsa. 47. This is a great one to get in conjunction with patterns, Ellen of the Ways. So we're going to develop good patterns, right? We're going to develop segments, bring back our good segments and patterns. And if you need to track like I need to track and you need a visual, then do it. Make it happen, girl, or ask for some help. What did I say? Number 47? She's near the end. I wonder if she's the very last. Nope. Okay, schooled. The future, sculled or schooled. As you set your intentions for the life you desire, the Norse goddess Skuld comes to show you glimpses of your future. I'm so excited. You experience these magical journey markers as flashes of insight and moments of inspiration, like an echo of something that exists in another dimension. It's fun when these things turn out exactly as you predicted. But remember that the essence of your intention means more than its form. This is awesome. I've actually been reminding myself lately because I've been getting a bit too attached to certain forms of things that I want in my life. And I'm like, nope, there's infinite possibilities. Let it go. Let it go. Don't get attached to one way or another. Just be open to whatever comes to you. But in alignment with the action, right? You have to make action to move the energy, to co-create with the universe. Where was I? The goddess Skuld, who rules the destiny of gods and men, women, says remaining true to the moment is your greatest power, allowing the self to evolve as you go. And discovering new things today sets the path for destiny to unfold. The power of the present and how you respond to life's potential is the potent, fertile seed of the future. In order to claim the future, you must attend to the now. Even then, nothing is guaranteed, and everything is infused with magic. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so that's wonderful. I'm so excited. That's beautiful. So that really goes hand in hand with the stillness and the anxious feelings around the conflicted thoughts and conflicted thinking is really go into the stillness. Be in the present. That's what I'm trying to say. The power of now. Be in the present. Okay, we'll do one more Goddess Power card because that's super beautiful. Patterns, the future. And as we're going into stillness and holding space and paving the way and following the goddess's directions and our divine guidance and our higher power and listening and feeling the direction to go. What last closing message would you like us to hear today, divine goddesses? Mastery, Saraswati. Number 45? Yeah. Mastery, Saraswati. This is a nice one. Oh, don't forget to have a water break. $45. Mastery is a genuine sense of effortless knowledge after a period of dedicated immersion. The Hindu goddess Saraswati asks you to enter her domain of language, art, knowledge, music, and poetry and make this commitment to go the distance. Immerse yourself, body, mind, and spirit, in discovering all aspects of what is at hand. Learn and then learn more. Right now, if you adopt the role of apprentice, remember the other one, adopt the beginner's mind, and are willing to devote your heart and mind to something, you will become a true master. Deep wisdom knows only continuous learning. No matter what question you've come to explore, the goddess Saraswati reminds you that the pursuit of mastery is never ending. So enjoy every moment of it. Thank you all, beautiful goddesses, for your messages today. That is already helping me feel better and more inspired. And as I bring back the good, positive daily habits of segmentation, we are now entering into that action phase. So now we are back out of our hibernation and out of our rest, or starting to be. It's still okay if you're still resting. I'm often ahead of the majority. I'm often, when I think about all of those buffalo or yaks or deer or any animal that I've seen on an IMAX movie running, I'm in the front of the pack. So you guys at the back of the pack might still be resting. But when it's time to get your daily segments, think about what your intentions are for yourself and your day. It's almost like a to-do list, but it's a little bit different. It's really just thinking about high-level intentions and not scheduling, not planning, not prioritizing, although you can, but don't put so much pressure on yourself. So with that, namaste. I wish you a great day. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Bye for now.